I just wanna fuck. Nobody compare to ya. I just wanna fuck. Let me tell ya. I asked where to come. You say the interior. Let it carry on.
Yeah, baby, what's it all about? Yeah, I know you wanna put this dick up in your mouth. Shit, loving that tongue. Don't make me come. Slow down, let me return the favor. I wanna lick you up like an envelope of paper. Looking in your eyes when I'm looking on your clitoris. Welcome to your climax. What's next? Hot sex with a cold drink. White wine candles. What do you think? Now let me get inside of that pussy. I wanna beat it up. Love it when you feed me up. Love it when you grab my nuts, touching and caressing while I smash your ass. About to see more white than an avalanche. In my D12 got a nasty mind. We get missionary from behind. You can hop on top or 69. When you with my TIP, it's whatever you like. Jokes aside, girl, I need you. Praise you up like Jesus. Thank God for the parents that raised you. Now it's time to come quick, Hussein.
White rose, when you blossom, I will plant the seed. And I know that you're the only one for me. And I just wanna fuck. Nobody compare to ya. I just wanna fuck. Let me tell ya. I asked where to come. You say the interior. Let it carry on.
Track Savage.
Rest in peace to the pimp. Smoking out, pouring up, keep that lean up in my cup. Smoking out, pouring up, keep that lean up in my
I
cup.
be smoking out, pouring up, keep that lean up in my cup.
All my hearts on the man wood, in my hood we call it book. Smoking out, pouring up, keep that lean up in my cup. Smoking out, pouring up, keep that lean up in my
I
cup.
be smoking out, pouring up, keep that lean up in my cup.
All my hearts on the man wood, in my hood we call it book.
Kush road, cuff filled, neck froze, wrist chip, steel toe, black steel. You can get your cat pill. Yeah, motherfucker, I'm on that lean, sipping slow, drive it clean, windows up, slow down, blowing kush. You know what I mean? Stacks in my pants, all big face, crown fam, whole crew cakey, codeine ice, I'm tasting. Smoke so much my eyes be Asian. I'm chilling with my nigga, half wire. We smoking that fire, sipping on a tire, and we getting mad higher, flyer than a pelican. Posted at the strip club with bitches named Cinnamon. Mixing up the medicine, trying to get my buzz back. Live show popping, motherfucker, yeah, I does that. Riding in my own shit, wood grain, black on black. Leather seats, chrome lips, what it costs? Rex on Rex. I'm living like a young boss, and I ain't never looking back. Probably in the studio, spitting dope, cooking crack.
Smoking out, pouring up, keep that lean up in my cup. Smoking out, pouring up, keep that lean up in my
I
cup.
be smoking out, blowing up, keep that lean up in my cup.
All my hearts on the man wood, in my hood we call it book. Smoking out, pouring up, keep that lean up in my cup. Smoking out, pouring up, keep that lean up in my
I
cup.
be smoking out, blowing up, keep that lean up in my cup.
All my hearts on the man wood, in my hood we call it
I
book.
be smoking out, blowing up, keep a little drink up in my cup. Middle finger up, I don't give a fuck. Haters talk shit, but the niggas suck. Nigga, what we bought them bangs, up left the rank, the brand new chain. Young shake shake and I do my thing. See me in the club, we pump champagne. I be riding round my hat band, it's crowd fame, and I'm tapped in like lights, camera, action. Lil' mama, what's happening? This nigga sells that to the most, that's strong smoke. You show the truth, heard that somewhere I wrote a boat. My name is Bill, some coast to coast, I'm West West, certified. We blast text and murder guys. Butterfly dose, I'm super fly. Rolling up kush, I'm super high. Riding round my hat band, it's crowd fame, and I'm tapped in like lights, camera, action. Lil' mama, what's happening? I'm pulling up, she pop pill. We get they jacking my swag, that's how I still. West Coast nigga, but I bitch stress. Said I'm pulling up, she pop a pill. We young and wild, fuck how you feel. Neck on froze, that's how you chill. Sipping on lean, I'm Texas Trill.
Smoking out, pour it up, keep that lean up in my cup. Smoking out, pour it up, keep that lean up in my
I be
cup.
smoking out, pour it up, keep that lean up in my cup.
All my cars got living wood, in my hood we call it wood. Smoking out, pour it up, keep that lean up in my cup. Smoking out, pour it up, keep that lean up in my
I be
cup.
smoking out, pour it up, keep that lean up in my cup.
All my cars got living wood, in my hood we call it wood. Smoking out, pour it up, keep that lean up in my cup. Smoking out, pour it up, keep that lean up in my
I be
cup.
smoking out, pour it up, keep that lean up in my cup.
All my cars got living wood, in my hood we call it wood.
Coming at you next, Seattle and East LA.
Yeah. Stopped at Jack's to get some food. On the corner from the trap, 6 tacos, hot sauce, curly fries in the bag, grab a shake, Oreo. Shit'll probably give me gas, probably shit it out. About an hour when I'm fucking back at the studio. Round the corner, I'm just trying to rap. Make a beat with the homies, we can make some shit from scratch. Tomorrow morning, probably wake up, focus on the cash. But now we bullshit, chillin', watching hours pass up in the lab. But lately I've been really stressed. All the pressure's weighing on me. Shit, it got me so depressed. Walk around the streets careful, just moving with discretion. They never know about these other people's true intentions. Spin out, chase money, got might have lost direction. Got a message, because I ain't performing, it ain't spread. No release in 3 years. I think the fans forgetting, not to mention I'm 28 and I'm back up in the ghetto. Wasn't raised there, so I ain't trying to give the wrong impression. Just been stuck there inside a state of mind that's so depressing. Feel suicidal, or maybe psycho, I can't tell. Nightmares, I'm trying to keep it to myself, but I've been having visions.
Why can't I sleep at night? Yeah. It doesn't feel right. I've been having visions. Yeah. I've been having visions. Hey, 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 hey. I need some understanding. Why is I so demanding? Why should I live up my life with regret? I'ma keep doing the things I do best. Why should I live up my life with regret? Why should I live up my life with regret? This shit ain't real to me. This shit ain't real, I see a lot of things around me, and maybe it's just the air I breathe. I've been having visions. Why can't I sleep at night? Yeah. It doesn't feel right. I've been having visions. Yeah. I've been having visions. Hey, 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 hey. Visions. Visions. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Visions. Why can't I sleep at night?
If y'all didn't feel that shit, you don't got fucking ears, man.
It doesn't
Brian
feel
Angelo.
right.
Subscribe.
I've been having
Look
visions.
them up, motherfuckers. Tribal Messiahs.
I've been having visions. Hey, hey,
Sugar. Yeah. Fuck rapping. I'll eat a nigga's face off like Adolf. I'm faced off that motherfucking A-ball. Got 8 calls from 8 bros who wanna throw me they draws. I fuck them all in their assholes and none of fall no A-jaws. I'm so sick like 2 warts. I ball hard, need 2 courts. I'm a Newport with 2 short and bad bitches who do snort. So I feed them what they wanna eat. Now we all getting hella high at the double tree. Double me, never that. Bitch, I'm rare like artifacts. Call me Sugar Shane. I'm a star like an Astros hat. Bitch, motherfucking Castro's back. Bash your head in with the fucking baseball bat. Spit raw, hit later, got swag. Fuck Mick Jagger, dick hoes like dictators. Straight bow, you bitch haters. Yeah, I probably rob all my rich neighbors. Sell that shit on eBay. I be paid. A week later, my heat waves like D-Wade and LeBron James with 10 lasers. I sell dope, I spit raps, I get hoes, I get paper. I'm too fly, my crew high, we cruise by in 10 scrapers, nigga. And we rock out like Van Halen. Shout out to my trail niggas. Hold on, fuck that hell figure. I be fresh to death like a coffin, but I still rip you.
In America today, what we are seeing is the richest people becoming richer and almost everybody else becoming poorer. And what we are saying is enough is enough. People in this country who work 40 hours a week deserve a living wage. They deserve the right to earn enough to live in a decent apartment or a decent house.
World premiere.
Represent for the hungry and bored.
World travelers. Catch me in the cut.
I represent.
World premiere.
Represent for the hungry and bored.
World travelers. Catch me in the cut.
I represent.
Yo, I represent for the food bank cereal and everybody struggling for bootleg stereos. Another night with the heat kicking out, so we huddle around the kerosene heat, tripping out, rolling up another smoke from the ashtray. Cause I was broke way before I got my last pay. I'm on my last leg, living at the bus stop, counting down my change while I squint at the rust spot. The real reason I'm keeping my kicks clean is I'm broke. I've had the same pair since I was 16.
Up?
Living life one stage at a time, don't expect
Yeah, I can hear you.
Getting paid for my rhyme, I'ma climb barefoot if I have to win it. Empty pockets for real, I was made to pass limits. I'm in it for the love, way above what you thought. I'm not about the show and tell them
But
all
I
about
can't
the
see you,
props.
my friend.
Represent for the hungry and bored.
World travelers. Catch me in the cut.
I represent.
World premiere.
Well, can you hear me and see me, or just hear me?
World travelers. Catch me in the cut.
I
Yeah,
represent.
Kai Rim is the voice that you hear on the record. Born in New York, got the city embedded. Sick with the rhymes, better get him a medic. But fuck all that shit, cause it's egocentric. I'm trying to make a difference.
Is it just me and you?
Talk, practice and discipline, real hard. Spitting bars seem to be the thing I do the best. I be lying through my teeth.
So we're just
Told
gonna
y'all,
do it
yes.
us?
Rhyming be the best way to solve all crisis. And Kanye West, Will and ISIS. Don't that shit sound stupid? But never underestimate
Bro, that's
the
cool,
influence
'cause
of music.
I'm
What if I
I'm
told
so
you
beat,
Drake
man.
changed the
I
world?
got up
Be
at
like,
4
nah.
o'clock in the
And I was
morning.
like, word. Think that through. Pop is more impactful
4
than
o'clock.
World War II.
World premiere.
Represent
Yep.
for the hungry and bored.
12 and a half.
World travelers. Catch me in the cut.
I represent.
World.
Well, I've been I'm not even doing it yet. I've just been training.
World travelers. Catch me in the cut.
I represent for the hungry and bored.
Yeah, we recording right off of Campbell. Shout out to Nico's Tacos. Yeah. Hey, I gotta get back to the east side in a second. Yo. Bowser. Wow, too what? Can you hear the rain? Can you hear it? Yo,
Look, kid in my left arm, pen in my right. I'm praying to God that I'm raising them right. It's way bigger than reading and writing, like how you raise a kid to feel enlightened. Jesus Christ, man, I'm a white man with no ends, and my plans never work out. And I ain't pushing away, but at the end of the day, that's an option. And fuck, I know how, but I ain't trying to be on Willie and Flip G. I'm trying to sign a 360 in the big leagues. Ball out, balls to the wall, we gon' call out. This Pink Mafia, all of y'all need to calm the fuck down and listen to every single one of my rhyme schemes. You want a nugget? I do. Search up Ben Fulford, Snowden, and Jeffrey Epstein.
Also, look at the social dilemma. Yeah. See what kind of matrix you in.
Yo, hey, yo. Wife on the chorus, so I don't need a feature. We ride around the tuck, blasting off this heater, banging in the whip, practicing my set. I see the competition, I never be impressed. Like, what the fuck you rap? A couple pounds at best. You ain't ready for the smoke, and I got the scope up on your chest. I'm in the cut like a laceration. Turn the kid around your leg. All I'm saying, life is precious. In 60 seconds, you could be dead. So appreciate each breath, and don't let the stress get to your head. Hey. Smoke a fat blunt and get laid instead.
Hear me? I can't hear you.
But try not to fall into Satan's nest. Yeah. We got one more real quick. Hey.
No, keep on. Kai Ram. Bowser.
Said I'm talking to my homie Big Smoke on the phone. Thank God we made it past 28 in the zone. High rim every day on the microphone. When I spit straight, I feel my heart like a stethoscope. Ill balls, hella time in the game. Whoever bent out of shape, we gon' set them straight. Here to elevate in a state that'll test your aim. Tucson, Arizona, yo, we came to celebrate. Yeah. A new year and we living right. I got my kid and I got my wife. Yo, what the fuck else a man need? Yeah, that's my tribe and my family. So I don't care what you thinking, ho. This ain't a top 40 video. This my life and it's real talk. It's Tucktown all day, but I'm from New York.
Yeah.
What's up?
Southside Bridgeport, Connecticut.
I can't
Vancouver.
hear you.
Wowzer, Bowser, Kai Ram.
I
Continuing this. It's insane.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Am I lagging? I can hear you, but I'm lagging.
Good for you. Don't take no shit off nobody. He shoots him in the feet, tells him to go fuck himself.
What you know about me? I'm a self-made man. Get my label off the ground. My soldiers getting at you. What you know about me? I'm a self-made man. Getting my label off the ground.
Hello, test. Hey, yo. Hey, you guys in for quite a treat once I can get everything working here. Hello. Hello.
I can hear you. Tell me if this is better. Can you hear me better now?
Yes, you're smooth and yes. So don't change anything. You can hear me.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you and now I can't see you. There you go. I can see you. You're not lagging. What did you change from the very first time we started to record today? Like did you log in to something else or you?
I can hear you.
Okay, now you're lagging again, but you can go along. Yes. Okay. I think it's best for you to put earbuds in because now something changed. Now I don't see you. I don't.
What you know about me? I'm a self-made man. Getting my label off the ground. Where I live, my soldiers getting at you. What you know about me? I'm a self-made man.
Hello, viewer. Yes, we're working out all the bugs today. The last episode, my video was working, but then the audio wasn't working, so I had to go back to what I already was doing. So I have my camera hooked up to Zoom and then Zoom for the boys.
Shout out to Wowzer Bowser's ancestors. Love how this mic sounds. And Kyrim's ancestors. Yo, I ain't never smoked meth, I ain't never hit black. You ain't never gonna catch me in the kitchen cooking crack. I may flip you a tab,
Hello.
that you microdose, but that's just cause you my friend and I feel that you ought to know what it's like to be free. By me, I have 2 tabs of LSD. Yeah, I'm about to trip for the night and get in tune with my wife. Yo, this the life of a 30-year-old man who 2 years ago just became a dad. And before that, it was really just
Hello.
fantasies of rocket stages making stacks.
Hello.
Thought it wouldn't ever come to
You see me and hear me? Or you can hear me,
fruition.
right?
In the kitchen, Arizona living.
Hello.
Yeah, but at least I got more
Hello.
pot to piss in. Look,
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but whenever you start talking, then the camera goes. So now I can't see you.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you.
You can?
to addressing my positions when it comes to expressing my allegorical stories. All my metaphors above 4 were hella
Don't know what.
That's some nerd shit, that's some wordplay. Since the first grade, I've been curving my identity. Moody and I'm repping it. I don't give a like you celibate. I teach my son
I don't know what's going on.
right time. How to get a woman's wet. Mwah. Ain't that some contrast for your concave? So I guess that's where the chorus goes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I see no video though.
Look, I hope that you don't overdose. And if
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Well,
Yes,
I
YES,
think
I can hear you.
so. When I do the video, I think yes. So if I do the video,
Now you're starting to lag again. You're starting to lag.
I'm gonna lag it.
Hello, you're starting to lag.
Want to just do it with audio, or should I try to do it with video?
excuse my French.
I
I'm
literally,
lagging.
yeah, well, literally, as you're talking right then and there, you started lagging. So you're saying when you do video is when you start lagging?
I think.
Because when you first started, when you were like in the bed laying down,
I
everything was
think.
perfect. Then you disconnected, and
Yeah,
since
it's on
then
4G.
is what? And you have your VPN off? Like last time you were talking about maybe it
Is
was the VPN
it
thing?
good now?
Yes, totally good now. You can hear me.
Yeah, I turned it off.
We were lagging again. Are you're on the Wi-Fi or you're using your own cell phone?
Yeah, it's off.
No, no. I
Yeah,
asked
I
you.
can hear you.
I asked you. Are you using the Wi-Fi or
Yeah,
the?
it's off.
Okay, how about this? Let's just stick to audio. You'll be audio today. Hello?
I'm using the cell phone. There's no Wi-Fi here.
Okay. So, how you're saying that when you do video is when it starts lagging. So let's just try to do the audio, your audio part then. Hello? Hard work. Hard work, daddy. Hello. I was gonna say try to just do audio only.
All right. So how's it working?
Well, right now you're good, but I know in order like right now your profile picture is small, but I can hear you. So you can hear me. You can hear me? Oh shit, dude. Nate, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So we're gonna have to just try to do this. I'll lower the music on my end.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you. I'm lowering the music on my end like tenfold. So yeah, so the last episode we can't use it because I'm noticing that the my audio wasn't working at all. So all the
All
talking and all
right.
the interactions like just went to the way of the dodo bird.
Even on Twitch,
What'd you say? I repeat what you said.
even on Twitch, it wasn't working.
Yeah, both of them. My audio is not working at all.
Even on Twitch, it wasn't working.
Yeah, even on Twitch.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I don't know. I must have just hit something and I didn't realize it. But you guys could talk to me, so I don't know what I hit that didn't record my audio. But
Did you check YouTube?
those are the only two things that we're streaming on, YouTube and Twitch. So when you say did I check Twitch, then you obviously think I already checked YouTube. Now that you're asking me if I checked YouTube as well, those are the only two things that I would be checking.
That is strange.
The what? Hello?
I said that is strange that it
Yes.
didn't work.
Yeah.
I said it's
Yeah.
strange
Yeah.
that
I heard. So for me,
it
I had a wild week.
did
Like
not
you,
work.
for me, I had a wild week. Like you were training for trucking, huh? How'd that go? Hey, how'd that go?
Yeah. Well, when I first started, I was about to go home and quit because I couldn't even back up in a straight line. But I passed all my tests today, so in two weeks I learned how to drive.
But why couldn't you back up a truck like you back up normal cars? So what was wrong with backing up a 18 wheeler?
So when you back up a truck, it's reverse. So if you turn the wheel left,
Mm-hmm.
it
The wheels
makes
go
it
right.
go right. And if you turn the wheel right, it makes it so like you have to reverse everything. So if you're backing up and you have to go to the left,
But isn't that the same with a regular car?
you have to go to the
Isn't that the
opposite
same with
direction that you would in the car.
so but when I try to reverse in a
It's the
car,
opposite. So whatever you do in the car, you have to
hmm,
do the opposite in the truck.
okay. So it'd probably be like a plane, because in the plane opposite, like when you want to go up, you dip down, and when you want to go down, you dip up or something like that. I've never flown a plane, but that's how the video games are always set up.
Yeah, I guess, but it's different because it's reversed. So you're when you move the truck, the
Mm-hmm.
trailer reverses it. So the truck actually goes the right way, but the
Mm-hmm.
trailer goes the opposite way. It's like you're driving with
Inverted.
this big ass thing behind you. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to everything you do has to be delayed. So when you turn,
Mm-hmm. You have to really turn
you,
on the steering
you
wheel and
gotta
stuff.
wait like 3 seconds for the whole thing to get through.
And you practice, like like you do you drive with a co-pilot? Like you guys practice?
Yeah, and like the
Oh,
brakes it takes a truck um around a quarter of a mile to stop.
holy shit! Whoa, Nelly, quarter of a
Yes,
mile.
like you have a learner's permit, so you have to have a person in the car with you.
So how long will you be driving with somebody in the
So
car with you? 2 weeks, or even after the 2 weeks, you'll still have a somebody there with you.
probably a month, 2 months. Well, right now I can drive by myself, but they're gonna have someone there with me for
Mm.
about 2 months.
Okay. I hope you tell him you do a podcast. So then he's like, "Don't worry, I'm not going to talk about our interactions."
Yeah, I do.
What do you do?
Well,
You
yeah, they
told
they
them?
teach us if you're in if yeah, yeah. Well, they teach us if something is within 6 seconds of your truck and you have to stop, you've already killed it.
Mm. But how are you supposed to predict 6 seconds ahead of time what is going to be
Because
in your way and stuff?
no, we have to predict 15 seconds ahead of time. 6 seconds is too late. You
Huh?
have to be 15 seconds ahead of time.
Hmm. But how do they do that in training? Like, do they literally have an instructor stand in front of the truck and then you see,
And they were
hello, hello?
no, basically they teach you to look uh they teach you to look 15 seconds above the road. Basically, you have to look at the horizon
You gotta repeat what you said
and
because you
you
started
have
lagging.
to see it at the horizon and already be ready for it.
Repeat what
So
you
you
said
have to
because you.
look to the horizon
Uh huh.
and you have to see the danger at the horizon and be ready for it.
Okay.
Well,
Man, you
for
sound.
basically you can't stop. So you have to look at the horizon
Mm.
and you have to see it and then you have to avoid it by trying to steer around it
Okay.
or already have to have started to stop at the horizon.
Okay. So you haven't killed
So don't
any
jump in front
rabbits
of
or
a truck
bunnies yet?
because
Oh.
it can't stop.
Well, let me write that down.
No,
Don't step in front of a truck. Okay, it's in my memory banks now. I didn't know that before.
we were watching videos of trucks like driving through houses by mistake.
What? How do you hold on? How do you mistakenly drive through a house? Like it's not like the house is in the road. Like you got to already start be doing something stupid.
Well, what happened was he took a wrong turn and he
Hmm.
was going at
Way too
50 miles
fast.
per hour. And by the time he saw the stop sign, it was
Hmm.
too late. So he just kept going.
Wow. Like was anybody killed or do they talk about that? They just say this is what you're not supposed to do. Like, how does that work?
Yeah, they we didn't see. They have all the trucks have videos on it, so we saw the truck going into the house, but that's it.
Hey, quick question. Can you not log into the Wi-Fi of the?
I feel like I'm talking to you from the moon. I have
Well,
to.
it to me it feels like you're talking after you've had a stroke. That's my whole thing. Like, is there a way for you to?
Well, when you're on the moon, when you're on the moon, it takes like around 2 minutes for it to get there. So it's like I say something and I have to wait for like 30 seconds for you to hear it.
Okay, but how would I know that since I've never worked on the moon? You said you know when you're on the moon.
Well,
Like, how am I supposed
because
to know
you should read.
that? And I think we've talked about me
It's a
doing
common
reading.
knowledge.
That is not common knowledge, sir. Nobody's having a conversation talking about, hey, if we were on the moon, it'd be a couple minute delay. But can you not log into the Wi-Fi in your room, or that's in a different area?
I don't think they have Wi-Fi in the room. I don't think they want us to like being here because they don't want us to take too long.
But you like, but isn't the training set to end on a certain day? Like they're gonna say, oh well, if you feel comfortable and you want to stay here, sure. Like there's the training has to end. So it's like what? Like could you
Well,
milk it? Could you milk it and
when
say,
you
yeah,
take
it's
the
gonna take me three
test,
months to learn?
some people fail the some people fail the test like 10 times before they pass.
But if you fail the test, they'd still like keep you on for room and board till you get it.
Yeah,
Really? Wow. I smell a scammeroonie right there.
unless
You could be
if
there
you
for
fail
half a
it like
year.
20, if you fail, well, if you fail it 20 times, then they'll be like, you can't work for us. But
Oh, I think
like if you
you'd
fail
be
it
more
like
than
six
that.
or seven times, they let you go.
But here's the thing: shouldn't they be charging you per time that you take the test, or they don't do that? Like you're getting paid to be there, or do you pay them for the training?
Well, oh yeah. So the training is $5,000,
Hmm.
but if we work for them, then it's only $3,000, and they take it out of our paycheck.
How much do they take out per paycheck? Like 20, $30, or 100, 200?
Well, we get paid like 40 cents a mile, and they take like 3 cents a mile to pay back. So
Oh, okay.
basically, we have to work for about 6 months to pay it off.
Okay. That's cool. And then each paycheck they just take out the whatever per mile as their
But
tuition.
we get the license, so we get the CDL. They give you the
I don't know.
yeah,
You got lost at they give you. I didn't hear a
and
word after you said that.
the CDL is worth a lot of money because like I can do Uber Freight. I can go to do Amazon. After 2 years, you can go to Walmart. They pay you like 150 grand a year, or you can do your own trucking.
So after 6 months, you're
Oh,
gonna
well, they
bounce.
give you the CDL, the license,
Uh huh.
and with that license, you can work for Amazon, or you can work for Uber Freight, or you can go to Walmart, make 150 grand a year, or you
So
can be an ice road trucker and make $90,000 every 3 months if you
so
don't die.
so after 6 months, you're out of there. Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, they give you they give you a raise. So after 6 months, you can leave for free or you can take your raise.
And here's a question: what made you want to get into trucking? Because I know you didn't go to law school
Like
in
we
criminal
get paid good
psychology.
money, but
Say that again. Say that again.
well, I mean, you know, 200 truck drivers could make like 250 grand a year. The only problem is I said a truck driver could make like 200 grand a year.
But what's the downside? It's the grueling hours, correct?
Did you hear that?
You said how much you could make, but there is a downside, isn't it? The grueling hours, like being not in the home, what, a third of the time out of the year? Or what, you take like 1 month on, 2 weeks off or something like that?
Correct. Well, this job is grueling hours. This well, in this job, well, this job, well, this specific job has grueling hours because it's 3 weeks on, 5 days off.
Uh huh.
But if you're your own driver, you don't have to do that. Like some drivers just work a regular 9 to 5. You know, they start in the morning and they're home every night.
Like a regular
So
trucker. But those guys aren't making
basically,
buku bucks, correct?
a truck
Those guys
driver
aren't
can
making.
only drive for you can only drive the truck 11 hours a day.
Like Uber.
Well, it depends. So if you're your own driver, money, it's just like Uber. You know, you just do it. Yeah, but the problem is then you also have to like plan load in New York and going to Chicago.
What'd you say?
I have to
Say
make
say
sure
say
that
that again about the New York
I
Chicago thing.
get something in Chicago and go back home. Otherwise, so all right. So say I'm my own driver, and I'm driving from New York to Chicago,
Okay.
right? If if I don't have um a load to go from Chicago back to New York, then I'm wasting money because it costs around I'd say around $700 to fill up a truck.
Holy shit. And
So
you
did you
pay
hear
that
that?
out of pocket. Oh, my ears perked up at $700. You can best believe that.
Yeah, so like if I have a load going to Chicago and then I don't have a load going back from Chicago to New York, then I'm wasting like I'm wasting 300-400 bucks just driving and not getting paid.
But you but
So
you would
when
but
you're
you would
your
get
own
that you would
driver,
get that
you have to
but you would get that job before you even head out to from Chicago to New York, or once you get there then it'd be like, "Hey, anybody need a driver heading back to New York or something?" You see what I mean?
well, either or maybe you'll just yeah either you'll just stay there until you get a
Get something
load
else.
going
Yeah.
back, or you already have one plan going back.
Mm.
And since you're going back, you might charge them less money. So say I'm making like say I'm making $4 a mile to go to Chicago.
Mm.
I might take a mile going back because I have to go back anyway, so it's better than nothing.
Okay. But but when you said that
But
number of
since I don't have to worry about that because I'm working for a company,
uh
but I'm making less money.
yeah. But when you said like okay, the a trucker could make 200 grand a year.
So if
You
I
weren't
was
talking
working
about
for myself, I have to.
you're talking about the guy. You weren't talking about the guys who are just working a 9 to 5 trucking job. You're talking about the independent guys who are hustling,
Well, it depends. Like,
getting their own jobs.
well, I mean, if you're an ice road trucker, you can make 120 grand in 3 months.
But when you say ice road trucker, you're talking about Alaska. You're not talking about in the you're talking about places outside of the 48 states, correct? Like where is an ice road trucker work in the
No,
United States?
well, yeah, the ice road truckers work in Alaska during the winter, but the reason why they get paid so much is because they drive over frozen lakes, and if
Yeah,
they fall in, they die.
yeah. Okay. So are you going to make that jump? If not, then you don't need to be worried about their salary.
Well, no, I mean, I might. Like, I'll look at all my options.
Oh, this guy. But
Like, I
okay.
can make as an ice road trucker, you make like you can make 300-400 grand a year, but
But when you keep
maybe I
putting those
don't want to
price
do that.
tags, but when you keep putting those price tags out there, there's other ways to make similar money, if not more money. You could just rob a bank and then get $1 million. But I don't see you studying to become a burglar or a card shark. Have you ever thought about becoming a card shark in Vegas?
Well, I mean, robbing a bank is would be a lot harder.
Okay, but being a card shark, I don't think would be.
Well, a car shock would be a lot harder too because you have to be good at it,
Hmm.
and most likely you're not making money unless you're good. Like,
Okay.
like if I was a professional poker player, you got to be good enough to be one, and that takes a lot of learning, like years and years of learning. It
But have
took
you
me
ever thought about it?
two weeks to learn how to drive a truck.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
I went to I had a coach, I had a poker coach. I was learning how to play poker.
wait, you actually were thinking about doing it. How much were you paying this poker guy?
I paid I paid him not that much. It was like a online version, so I was paying like $100 a month, and I was learning it. But it's not easy, and you have to really
Of
manage your
course.
money well because no matter how good you are, you have ups and downs. So you
Hmm.
have to really plan it, and you got to have a bankroll, right? So you're gonna have to like have 20 grand bankroll, and then with that you can make money, but then sometimes you lose money. It's not it's not the easiest
So
job. Like
why would you
truck
need a 20
driving
grand?
is easier than
Why would you
being a
need
professional poker player.
why would you need a $20,000
Hmm?
bankroll? Why would you need a $20,000 bankroll?
Because of the variance. So you're going to, no matter what, you're going to have downswings, and you have to have enough money to cover your downswings, even though you'll make money 80% of the time. That
Hmm.
20% of the time that you take the dip, you have to have enough money to cover that so you can keep playing.
Okay. I think you'd have to write it down for me because I'm drinking. So yeah, the stuff's not making too much sense. So yeah, so I'll tell you about my lovely weekend.
Yeah, maybe hold on. Maybe I have my.
So what? Hello?
I'm listening.
Okay. Well, my week went pretty well. My
I'm
lovely
listening.
huh? You said you're listening, then I started talking, then you said something again.
I'm
You're listening. All right.
no, no, no. I'm listening, but I'm talking to you from the moon. So there's like a 3 minute delay.
now, now there's an extra minute delay. But no, but my weekend was going great. Like I set up to perform at the Comedy Chateau on Thursday night. I had a new set. I was going to be talking about the girl at coworker at work, and I was just talking about how like she's got like soft skin, and like the first time I saw her with her hair down, like everything like went in slow motion. So after I did the set, she didn't show up. In fact, most of the friends that I invited didn't show up. It's like it's a totally LA thing. People say that they're gonna come out and support you, but at the end of the day, they never really come out to support you. So it was like free tickets. All you gotta do is use my name as the code. But yeah, so I had the performance. You've seen it. I've showed it to a few people. I wanted her to check it out. I just wanted to say, hey, I like you. I'd like to see where this could go. Like, maybe we should go out on a date or two. But she came back to me with such I don't want to say viral text, but like a vicious text. Like I have to quote her word for word. What she said is, "Please don't send me anything. I'm not interested in you in that way. Honestly, I thought we could be friends, but I don't want that anymore. Good luck with everything." That's what she said to me. And I just told her, "Hey, video's like 5 minutes. You're probably in the first 2 minutes of it. Check it out and just leave it at that. I'm sorry, I was misled. I didn't say misled, and then I thought we were cool. Now I've been talking to some coworkers at work. I'm just like, hey, how's Genesee? Is she like a really cool girl or what? She's like, yeah, she's really nice. This, that, and the third. Do you know if she has a boyfriend? And I was like, that's all I would ask about her at work. And then last night, like I was talking to one of the older ladies at work. I'm like, hey, could you put in a good word for me with Genesee? So then I told her, hey, Genesee hates my guts. She doesn't want anything to do with me. Don't worry about saying anything. Somehow, I believe she still talked to Genesee about us, and I was just like, I get a text at 10 o'clock. Hey, I don't appreciate you talking about me around other people. And then she's like, don't ever text me again. I didn't lead you on. You're a nutball. That's what she loosely said. And I was just like, holy shit, dude. Like, I told the other chick to not say anything to her. And then, like, I know she must have said something. Because there's no way that somehow all of a sudden now everybody's talking about her. So freaking weird. Your take.
Well, yeah, you never do that.
Never do
Don't
what?
ever
What
talk
didn't
to
I
other
do?
girls to talk to other girls. Just don't do it.
Yes, I have to. Because I got to
Just
know if she has a boyfriend. Do I
just
just
don't do
ask her if she has
the
a boyfriend?
no, you just can't do it because like the girls are crazy. It's like telephone. You're like see what Genesee is all about, and next thing you know, like you don't know what that
Genesee
person's saying by
hears,
the time it gets to her.
ooh, Genesee's being talked about or something. Is that the deal? It's like high school?
Yeah, just don't do it. Yeah, I mean, cause like you could get fired now
Fired how? Hello? Fired how?
because that's all she has to do is all
Say
she
it's an uncomfortable
all
work
she would have
environment.
to do now is go to HR and say yeah, and then that's it. Like you're done.
But I'm pretty sure they'd have to, like, I haven't called her out her name. I'm not calling her a slut or anything. I was asking if she was single. How
Yeah,
do
I
you
know,
get a,
but you never know.
never know what?
If you
What,
ever
what,
mess with a girl, if you if you ever gonna approach a girl that you work with, you have to do it like like on super pins and needles. Like I mean, you
that's
gotta
why I'm asking
like
around.
really be careful about that shit.
But that's why I'm asking around. So it's
No,
not.
no, that's what you don't. Yeah, but you that's why you don't do that. Like if it's a person at work, you
Hmm.
have to go to them and talk to them. You don't want anything in the rumor mill. Like you don't want anyone to know about it. You don't even want people to know you look at her. You go talk to her and no one else should even know that you guys are friends.
Wow. Well, okay. I'll have to put that note
I mean,
in my memory bank. Cause
like,
yeah,
I
cause
mean,
like
dude,
I literally have, I talked to all like I talk to a lot of people at work. Like I talk to managers, I talk to coworkers. I talk about my life. I'm a babbling brook. Like I talk about everything. If I'm having a bad day and somebody asks me, "Hey, how you doing?" I'll tell them, "Hey, dude, my
you
dog's
can't
sick. This, that,
even
and the third."
you can't even tell a girl, like, you can't even say, "Hey, green looks good on you."
Yeah, yeah. I noticed that. I don't try to compliment girls about anything they wear. But I
Well,
do
I
notice, like,
mean,
hey, you're wearing
you
red
can
lipstick
keep it
today.
real casual, but like you just be like you say hi.
But I had a nickname for her. I call her my Senorita Bonita, and she never would say, "Don't call me that." Like that means like
Well,
Mrs.
I
Edie.
do the thing where I just look at them.
Uh
I
huh.
I look at them and then they make eye contact and
Uh
you don't look away. You just hold the stare. That's what I
huh.
do. They love that.
Wait, who loves that? You love that, or they love that? I think you
No
love
one
that.
loves that. I
Oh.
just do it.
Okay. But like, how many have you ever gone out with somebody that you work with? Hello? Have you ever taken somebody
Yeah,
you work with out on a date?
everyone does.
Well, apparently they don't, cause I think I'm 0 for 4 or something like that with asking girls out at this warehouse
No,
and
no.
then not.
See, the reason why you think they don't is because what you do is you don't tell anyone. No one should know about it. No one
Hmm.
should even know you guys are friends.
Well,
You
I'm a
you you
babbling brook,
you
sir.
you pick the girl up, and when you get to work, you pretend like you don't know who they are.
All right, so I'm gonna have to
And
figure that
then
out.
you get more girls that way too, because well, you get more girls that way because the girls talk to each other. So if the one girl knows that you don't say anything, like
Uh
then another girl will hook up with you because they know you won't say anything. Because
huh.
that's all girls care about.
Huh. Oh wait, they care about guys not being blabbermouths or not being girls. They care about guys who don't act like girls.
Well, no, or like all girls are whores, but they just
This
don't want anyone
guy.
else to know.
You don't
So
even
like they'll
you don't
do
even ha-
whatever
you don't even have
if
a
you don't say
profile up.
anyone to
You don't
anything else.
you don't even have a profile pic and you're still spitting out hot takes. You're saying all girls are whores. Wow. Scandalous.
No, I mean like girls don't. They just don't want you to talk about it. Like I mean, if you talk to a girl about the stuff they do, like I mean, all girls are dirty, but they just don't want anyone else to know.
I wouldn't go that far. But like I didn't think like she thinks that saying that she misled me, but I'm just like I'm not that egotistical.
Well, I
Like
mean, think
I blame
about all the
myself
stuff you do
for
with
seeing
girls,
signs, huh?
and just think all girls do that.
All girls do what?
Think about all the dirty shit you do, all the dirty shit you do to girls, and just realize every girl you see does that.
So you're
They
telling
just
me
don't
all
talk
girls
about it, even the
so
nice, sweet
hold
one.
on. You're telling me all girls masturbate in the bathroom at work?
Well, I mean, if you ever did you ever talk to
Did you hear
girls
what
like
I
in
said?
high school, like the
Did you hear
stories
what I
they tell
said?
you?
Did you hear what I said?
No, I'm saying I don't know. Like if you talk to like girls, like the shit they tell you they do. Like I mean, they hump their bedpost. Like they do masturbating in the bathrooms. They do it
I've
all. They
never
just don't
talked
talk
to
about
any
it.
woman and
It's
heard her say
easier
that.
for them too because
I've never heard of any woman saying
they
that to
can
me.
do it while they're walking, man. Girls can. Yeah, like well, that's you want to know why you never heard any woman say that
Why?
because you talk too much, so they won't tell you.
Well, there you go. That's probably it. But I'm almost glad that I talk too much, so then I don't have to hear about what they do to themselves. Like I've never heard a woman talk about masturbating.
The
But the
shit
funny thing is,
that girls told me they do, it's crazy. Cause I, for some reason,
but hold
I
on.
got I got one of those faces that like people just tell me shit.
People tell me shit too, but it's never a girl talking about her masturbating habits. So yeah,
Well, I heard girls tell me like shit, like and they just
but
know
this
I
is
won't say
somebody you were
anything.
seeing. But this is somebody you were seeing or trying to be intimate with, or this is just some random person.
No, no, no. I'm just talking about like casual conversation.
Okay, yeah, I've never
Like
had these
casual
casual conversations.
conversation.
Yeah, I've never like I've had a guy once. I was working at Planet Hollywood.
Well, it's because I'm not judgy, so I don't really
Uh
care.
uh. But no, I had a guy one time. Like I'm at Planet Hollywood working as a host. I think he's like the uncle or he's like the friend of the family who's having this party. The chick is probably like either celebrating her 18th birthday or celebrating like a really young birthday. And the guy, for some reason, he wants to start a conversation with me. Like, see that chick right there? Yeah, she's hot, isn't she? I would do anything for her, and like I know that she's hot. And it's like I've never crossed that line. I'm just like, dude, you're like 40 something years old, and you're talking to me about this other chick. Like, why are you telling me this stuff? Like, I was just like, what? Like, it's a random stranger. Like, I'm working there, and he's got an attractive like friend's daughter, but he's talking about her like she's a hot piece of ass. I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, why would you say that to somebody?
Yeah, people are weird, man.
I don't know. Like, I'll strike up a conversation, but it's about like I struck up a conversation a couple weeks back about just homelessness in Los Angeles while I'm delivering food. I'm just like, dude, I got a question. What's up with the homeless situation here? And the guy started talking to me, and it's just like that's as random as I go. I'd never talk about I don't know who's attractive, who's not attractive to random ass people. But you say you have that kind of face. I have that kind of face too.
Well,
We gotta talk
I
sometime.
talk about all sorts of shit, but I'm not like that kind of stuff is not that interesting.
What is not interesting? Masturbating? What are you talking about?
Like, well, like, well, no, no. I mean, like, I talk to like actual escorts all the time, and when I
Uh,
talk to them, I don't care about the sex stuff. I'm like, so how do you, I care and like how they
clean
structure their
themselves?
money and stuff like that, and like
You care
their
about how an
overhead and
hold
shit.
on. You care about how an escort stretches her money, like or how she spends her money? Why?
How they structure their money. Like you,
Why?
well, like I'm like, so like you're making a thousand. Well, because it's interesting. So you're making $1,000 an hour. So you're making 20
Good
grand a
money.
week. So how
Wait, how
much
do you figure
money
they're
are you
making
spending
20
on
grand a week?
lingerie? Like
How do you figure they're making 20 grand a week?
hotel rooms. Like so they're like, I get the hotel room at $600.
But you didn't answer. How do you think they're making 20
Well,
grand a
some of
week?
them make 15 to 20
But
15
but this is what they tell you or
to
this is like saying
$2,000 an hour.
but this is just cuz they're making they charge that
If
much an
you're
hour doesn't mean that they're
making
making still
$2,000 an hour, and if you've lined up in a day, right? In 8 hours, you can get in 8 guys. No, no. I mean, there's two types. Like, there's ones that, like, I mean, they're like, cause I'm friends with one. Like, she charges around $900 an hour, and
mhm.
like they come into the hotel. 1 hour they leave, and then she takes a 15-minute break, and another one comes in, and like she does that the entire day,
Mm.
15
Mm.
hours,
Mm. That just sounds so
and then
disgusting.
she do that for a whole week or 2 weeks.
Uh,
they take tours, like they go around, they do tours around. So like
Uh-huh.
in a 3 month tour, they could be pulling in like you know 30,
A
40
good grip of
grand. And
money.
then there's the
But
ones that
who's renting the
don't
room?
do
Like
that.
you
They're
the
more long term, so they charge like 5, 6 grand for a weekend.
but
And then
who
they
is
get like, they do like maybe like 3 or 4 guys a month.
who is renting the room? You or the escort?
So either they would be renting the room, or the agency would be renting the room. But if they're one
Who's
of
the
the
escort
ones that
agency?
charge for the weekend.
Uh-huh.
So if it's like that, they're renting the room, or the agency is renting the room.
Okay.
But if it's like the ones that do it for like they charge. Yeah, so but the ones who charge for like the weekend, like say if they're charging like 9 grand for the weekend, then the
Uh-huh.
guy is paying for everything. He pays for all that stuff. So it depends on the type of escort. Like, cause there's they're different. Like there's like the ones that just lay in the bed and just that's what they do. But then there's the escorts where they go out with you and at a party or something. They're
Mhm.
different. Like they have different skill sets.
Wait, who has different skill sets? The
And then you
escort?
got like the girls that are charging, like
Who has different skill
they
sets?
charge $400 for half an hour. Like those girls are just getting as many guys as they can. They're just it's just in and out.
This guy.
Huh?
No, I'm saying who has
The escorts.
okay, the skills are from the escorts?
Like some escorts are just like they just lay on the back and that's it. Some
Yeah, I figured that's how much did they need to
Yeah,
do.
so
Like what?
some escorts are like they lay on the back and that's it. It's just like
Taking it
like
basically.
when you watch like the Western movies.
Yeah.
Those girls are just like they lay on
Brothel
the
or
back and
whatever it's called.
yeah, but then you have the high class ones that are like they do the whole thing. Well,
What's the whole
the
thing?
high class
Foreplay?
ones
They make
where
food? Role play?
they wear the lingerie, they pretend to be your girlfriend,
Hey, you're
they
gonna have to
ask
repeat,
you
repeat, repeat, repeat what you just said.
how
Everything was
your
jumbled.
day was. Then you have like you have the dominatrix, like and they have a whole different skill set, but they charge even more.
Repeat
But
all of that.
what dominatrix do all sorts of stuff.
What's that
Some of
frozen
them
all of a
make you
sudden?
dress like a baby. Dominatrix have a whole
Wait,
lot of
wait.
skill sets. Like, cause
They make
sometimes
you dress
guys
like a
want to
baby
be
or
babies.
you
Sometimes guys want to be whipped. Sometimes they want, huh?
they would make
Oh,
you dress like a baby or you
I
request that
said
of them.
dominatrix have all sorts of skill sets because guys want different things, right? Some guys want to be treated like babies. Some guys want you to walk them like a
Mm.
dog.
What do you like? Hello? What do you like? Hello? Hit me in the back. Oh boy, here we go, man. It's that time.
Are you back?
I didn't go anywhere. You left and came back. My question was, what do you like? You said some guys like to
Oh,
be dressed like babies.
yeah. I disconnected and went back. Yeah, like some guys like to be dressed. Yeah, some guys like to be dressed like babies. Some guys like to be walked like dogs. Some guys like to be hung up,
You didn't answer. What do you
like
like?
and tied up. Some
But what
like
do
to
you
like
like?
that's.
Nate,
Oh,
you're
I'm
avoiding.
not
What do you
into
like?
S and M. Like I don't. I said I'm not into any of that stuff. I'm not into S and M. I
Wait,
just
you don't want her
like
to flip a burger or
normal
anything?
girls, and I just normal stuff.
Like you don't want her to dress like a
No, I
housemaid?
just
Hey,
I'm into
this room's messy. Come here, take this dick.
no, maybe I'll have one dressed like Rogue or Catwoman or
Are you
something. I'll
fucking
pretend to be
kidding me?
Batman.
You've actually had that. You've asked that. You've asked for that before. Put this on.
No,
You.
no. I mean, like a girlfriend. Like you. Sometimes, I do the thing where you have your girlfriend go to the bar at the bar.
Oh, pretend to be a stranger. Hello.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. And you
yeah.
try to pick her up all over again. Hey there, little mama.
Like
You seeing anybody?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, you pretend like she pretends like you're a stranger, and you pick her up at the bar, like normal stuff.
Oh my goodness. I can't wait to be there one day, knock on wood. But yeah, I gotta get my foot in the door, as they say. Oh my goodness. So what news have you been watching? Like all I literally have for notes was like my whole set fiasco drama, and then what? The Biden had signs an executive order for right to repair items, and then how Biden's now going to war against Facebook. Did you hear any more about anything else?
Well, I mean, right now, well, I mean, the biggest thing right now is like if anyone has money, they got to get rid of that shit. You got to put that shit in gold, silver, anything else because the dollar bill is going to fail.
Fail? What do you mean by fail? What do you mean by
Like
fail?
if you have $10,000 in the bank, if you have $10,000 in the bank in 5 years, that $10,000 is going to be worth $5.
Well, you just said 10 years, so they've got time to take their money out. Because if what you're
Or
saying is
two
going to happen
years
in
or
10
5
years,
years. You don't know when. But
ah,
no, it might happen in 1 year. It might happen in 6 months. It's just gonna fail. Like
but
if
why is
you
this going to
have
happen all of a
money
sudden?
saved, you gotta get that because they're printing too much money. They're overinflating the
Hmm.
money. The inflation rates are going sky high. So so the middle class is going to get decimated. All these middle class people, they're going to be poor. Like I mean, it's going to be like it's going to be crazy. Like people are going to be like fighting on the street. Like I mean,
This
America
guy.
is going to go through a
See, the thing
shitstorm,
is, the
and
thing
all
is,
the people who put their money into other stuff, they're going to be millionaires.
but the thing is, Nate, you always talk about whenever anything happens in politics, oh, it's the start of the war. There's going to be bloodshed. You always talk like doomsday. So why should I think that this is not just more of your doomsday talk? You always
It
say this.
wasn't no
It
the
was
that
doomsday
stuff is
on January 6th.
in
It was
it,
doomsday after the election. How is this any
no,
different?
no, it's all that stuff is true. Like World War II, it didn't start in 3 months. It took 10 years. It took 15, 20 years. World War II was already starting at the end of World War One. So it takes it could take 5, 10, 15 years, but all those things add up. So all the things you see cascade. Like so you see it happening. It never happens slow. Like when we had
So
the
so
depression,
hold
I
on,
mean the
so let's say
recession in the
so let's say
90s.
so you're in your 40s right now, right? You're in your 40s?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
let's say the World War III doesn't happen till you're 80 years old. Then you're going to say, see, I told you so. Right?
Well, I mean, but that's how long it takes. It doesn't happen in 3 days.
But
It
if you
happens
keep
in 30 years.
okay,
It's
but you can't
it's
claim that you're right
a
about this thing if it takes 30
cascade.
years for it to happen. You can't claim that you're right about, oh yeah, I saw this coming when it takes 30 years for it to happen.
Yes, you can because it no, it can like in 1917 there's going to be a pandemic. Like there's going to be a fake pandemic, and they're going to shut down the government. They were saying that in like in 2017 they were saying that.
Okay,
Like I mean,
that's 3 years,
it
not
was clear
100
as day.
years.
They saw
That's
it.
a big difference. When
Well,
it
no, I
happens
mean
3 years
it.
ago and then
But
opposed to
that's how
100
long
years.
it takes. But all that matters is if you do not put your money into something else, when you're 50, 55, you're going to be poor
How old does somebody have to be when they're 50, 55?
because the dollar
I'm closer
bill
to
is
that
going
than
to
somebody in their 20s.
fail.
But
Huh?
you say when you're 55.
Well, the
Who are
people
you
in their
talking about? You're
20s,
talking about
they're
people in
just
their 20s.
the people. No, the middle class. Anyone in the middle class right now,
Mm.
anyone who puts money in the bank savings, 401k, 401 plans, like you're putting money in your 401k. So when you retire, you have money.
Uh-huh.
That none of that's going to be there.
But but isn't that something that's kind of the writings on the wall? Do you really think Social Security will be around when you yourself retire?
No, I'm talking about 401k plans. That's not Social Security. That's the money that people are setting aside for when they retire.
Okay. But wherever you're putting your 401k, do you think it's going to be there when you get there, when you retire? Do you have any money in your 401k?
It's well, it's not going to be there, but it should be there because you're putting, huh? So it should be there. It's not Social Security. It's your own money. Like if you're making $500 every month and you're putting it in your 401k plan for for uh 20 years from now for when you retire, so
Mm-hmm.
that you have a savings.
Okay.
That money is not going to be there. It's going to be gone. So people are
So
going
what are
to
you doing? You don't
work
have
for
a
20
401k.
years thinking that no, I put my money in gold, silver, and cryptocurrency.
Okay. And what was that cryptocurrency that you kept telling me about in the chat? Because I have money to put in there.
Shiba Inu.
Okay, that is the one I saw. It just
Shiba Inu.
it looks like another
If you
dog
have
symbol.
$600,
Uh,
yeah, it's the dog killer. It's the Doge killer.
this guy. But Doge already hit, correct?
If if you put if you huh?
Doge already hit. Like if you put money into Doge, it's already made the money that people thought it was gonna make. Like you've already made money in Doge. So why would you still be
No,
putting money
no.
in there?
It still has a lot more room.
Oh, okay. But putting money in this one now is going to
But
be the Doge
if you
killer.
if you put $600 into Shiba Inu,
Mhm.
one of two things can happen. Either you lose $600
Mhm.
or you become a multimillionaire.
But that's a huge stretch. Losing $600 to becoming a
But it's not a
multimillionaire.
huge.
How much do you have
No,
in
it's
this Shinu stuff?
$600 is nothing.
How much do you have
Six
in this
hundred
Shinu stuff?
dollars. Six. Oh, I have $2,500 in.
This guy. And you just moved your 20, 20, 20, 20, 20,000 from Bitcoin, or like you didn't put actual money up, correct? You're just shuffling stuff around.
Whoa, Bitcoin is money. So I have money in Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, and Shiba Inu, and then
Yeah,
some other stuff
but
too.
you're not taking money from your bank account and putting it into the Shinu. You're just using Bitcoin money to buy more different Bitcoins, correct? Hello?
I I put I put $200 to $500 every week from my paycheck into cryptocurrency.
All right.
I, every week I take $200 to $500 of my paycheck
Mm.
and I put it into crypto
All right.
every week
All
because it's
right.
better to put your money in crypto than to keep it in a bank account because the
Yeah.
dollar bill is going to
Yep. Yep.
fail.
I agree. I hear you. I know for me, it's like I try to just put 100
So
bucks into different
the money you have
crypto.
in your bank, yeah. So basically, the money you keep in your bank, you use for bills that you have to pay today. So
Mm.
your rent, your car payment, insurance, and any money that's for saving, you put into gold or crypto,
All righty. All right. So, what have you been watching this week? Are you just been training in the
and then
trucking
you just
world?
leave it.
What have you been watching? Are you just training in the trucking world?
I'm watching Roman show called Domina. It's about Caesar Augustus second wife. It's really good.
I check it. There's subtitles, or you know German.
No, Caesar Augustus. It's in English. It's just a Roman show.
Oh, I thought. Wait, why did I say something
It's
about
about
German?
ancient
I thought it
Rome.
was German. Okay, I don't know. I thought you said something about.
Caesar. Oh no, Caesar Augustus, but her name is Domina.
Okay.
It's a epic
Okay. What
epic
channel? What channel is it on? Are
show.
you
The
just
guys
streaming
who
it?
make Godfather of Harlem,
Okay.
Epic, EPIX.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
It's on
Okay.
my Amazon Prime. It's one
Okay.
of the channels I pay for.
Hmm. Well, I
But
mean, I know.
they also have a good show called they have a good show called The Godfather of
Yeah, Harlem.
Harlem
Yeah.
with Forrest
Yeah, I
Whitaker.
heard that
So
was a
if
good
you
show.
get it, yeah, you can watch that one too. It's
But
great.
but what about the Olympics? Like I know that just started. I think the opening ceremonies was yesterday. Are you going to check that out or haven't checked it out
No
or
one's watching the Olympics. The only thing The only thing I saw is the woke ass women's soccer team get their ass kicked after they
Oh,
kneeled for
I
the
heard
flag.
that. I thought that was funny. I don't
Yeah.
get it. Like
Uh-huh.
like I kind of agree with Republicans when it's like, dude, you're representing our country. Don't embarrass yourself.
Yeah, it's Olympic.
Yeah.
If
It's
there's
the world
any time
stage.
where you don't kneel for the American flag, it's during the Olympics.
Yeah. I'm so confused on that. But yeah. I mean, I guess to each his own, but you can't I don't know. It seems like you can't claim the hypocrisy and all this stuff that's wrong with America when you are representing America and you have been able to take advantage of all the fruits or spoils of being an American. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like when Michelle Obama tells everyone how oppressed she is, and she's like the richest woman in the fucking
This
world in
guy.
America.
Of course, you want to start talking politics when JC isn't here, and I can't defend him. So yeah, I know for me, I've actually gotten back into watching
We should
DVDs.
do a let's try to do a show earlier with everyone for next week.
Well, I mean, you got to talk to JC about that. I know for me, I've actually just been watching more DVDs from the library since COVID was lifted for a while. So it's like I go back to the library now, just get some DVDs, pop them in. I'm finally watching Front Runner with Hugh Jackman about the 80s 80s guy who was supposed to be the next I think Democratic nomination, and then I think Michael Dukakis snuck in because he was involved in a scandal. I forget the guy's name, but yeah, he was involved in like a sex
Oh,
scandal or
isn't
something like
that
that.
old?
A couple years, but I mean, it's just something that I saw at the at the library. I also saw Women Are Not Funny, which is a documentary about female comedians and how everybody says that they're not funny. And that was like it's almost a
They're,
10-year-old movie now.
they're not funny. All they do is talk about their vaginas.
This guy.
Vaginas, they're not funny anymore.
But I mean, you
They're
got to go back
played
to Roseanne
out.
Barr. Roseanne Barr was freaking hilarious. I don't know so much about Sarah
Yeah,
Silverman. I
but
know she's got a career.
Roseanne didn't talk about her vagina.
Okay, so you can't say all of them talk about that when we just named one who doesn't.
Like Amy Schumer, all she talks about is her vagina. It's like,
Well, I got to be honest. Where are they now? I haven't
well, that
heard
she's
anything about her.
good, but like it's like Amy Schumer. They do the clap. You know the comedian. You know the comedians that do clapper,
I don't know what you're talking about.
where they're not funny, but you clap because they're woke.
I don't know what you're talking about. What are you saying? Clap?
They call it clapter. It's when a comedian is not funny. Clapter. It's called clapter.
Continue. I
Instead
don't
of
understand it.
laughter, it's called clapter. Oh, it's when the comedian is woke, but they're not funny, but you have to clap because if you don't clap, it means you're racist.
I don't know. You gotta show me this on.
Like Amy Schumer.
I don't know what that means. You say Amy Schumer. I'm like, I like she's not on my radar.
Any woke
So it's like,
comedian, like any comedian that like just talks woke shit that's not funny,
so is Dave Chappelle a clapter?
like
Would Dave Chappelle be considered clapter or
like
what?
woke shit is like like no well it depends. You remember that one special David Chappelle did where he just talked about um the 12
816? Hello? 816? Or what are you talking about?
seconds that what's his name took
George
when he
Floyd?
died.
George Floyd? I don't know how you can
Yeah,
forget the man's name. 816.
that yeah, that was clapter because that wasn't funny.
Okay. I honestly haven't seen it because I don't have Netflix. I
Well,
mean,
I
it's not
mean,
even
because
about
it's
being
just some
funny. It's
random
just about
number.
it, this guy. It's not even about being funny. It's about saying what's on people's minds and
Well,
being able to say that kind of stuff.
yeah,
You
I
know?
know, but that's not David Chappelle's job. David Chappelle's job is to make you laugh.
Well, I think he woke up a lot of people. I'll say that. But all right, I
Well,
guess
he didn't wake up anyone because the only people that were listening to it were woke people.
yeah. But all right, I think
Everyone
we're
else
gonna.
turned that shit off.
Okay. Well, I think that thing's up for like, was it up for an Emmy or something like that? Might have won an Emmy for that.
Well, I mean, the Emmy is basically the woke award.
Oh, this guy, more hot takes. But all right, so I guess we're wrapping it up this week. We're gonna try to tune in next week. Hopefully, JC will be here and Nate will have his camera fixed and we can really get into it because it's hard to take you seriously when I can't see the whites of your eyes or the darkness of your soul.
All right.
But yeah, in case you didn't
Let's
realize,
see if Falia near.
well, hold on, I'm not done. In case you haven't noticed, I titled this episode "R.I.P. This Guy Gaming." I've actually branched out now. I'm trying to brand myself and monetize at the same time. I no longer go by This Guy Gaming or Ishmael This Guy. Nowadays, you can just call me drumroll Ish the Comic on all the platforms: YouTube, Twitch, IG. Where can they see you, Nate? Where can they see you,
I'm
Niz?
at American Heathens on Instagram, and you Gmail, American Heathens at gmail.com. And I think there is a YouTube channel, American Heathens, but there's nothing on it. But I'll put
There's
stuff on it.
Alrighty. And as I always say, good fight, good night. Nate, you want to leave your tag there?
Garcia Falia, Nias.
Alrighty, guys. Catch you on the next one. Hopefully, we'll have all this other kinks and doohickeys
Catch
out
you
of the
on the
way.
flip side.
All right. Peace out, folks. All right, let me get the audio off and we can at least talk for a little bit here.
I think it's better to just talk on the phone because it's going to be all this weird delay shit, right?